according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan.
It's promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing, under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam.
Bank, I'm robbing y'all. Phelps does nothing but collect dust, money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated.
It appears that Floyd Mayweather's situation may be taking a serious turn. He recently claimed to have purchased Manhattan apartments worth $42 million, but follow-up reports suggest there's no record of such a transaction. He also stated publicly that he owned the buildings outright, without any partners involved. However, the lack of supporting evidence has led many to question those claims. If these doubts continue to grow, it could have a lasting impact on his credibility and how he's viewed moving forward.
Ever. All right. Now, Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings, all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand as a real estate person myself, what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares of these buildings.
As Floyd Mayweather approaches 50, his drive to display his wealth remains as strong as ever. He continues to share videos featuring designer outfits, private jets, and large stacks of cash. However, critics argue that this constant need to prove his success may be working against him. Instead of focusing on long-term security, they believe he's maintaining an image that could come at a financial cost.
It kind of, think it's a red flag when you're 50 years old and feel like almost 50 and still gotta flex on social media. But, people on social media do what they do best. Especially black people try to tear each other down. So people start researching, Angelique started researching, and they found out that Floyd was capping. Now, Floyd is part of like some type of ownership group that got a part of it. Then you got 50.
In a widely shared clip, Floyd spread stacks of cash across the table, almost like a display, showing off bundles of $100 bills as if they were trophies. Moments like these grab attention, but they've also sparked criticism. Some argue that constantly showcasing physical money can come across as a need for validation. From that perspective, true wealth doesn't rely on public displays. It speaks for itself without needing to be proven online.
Money made, money made, money made all day. Right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. Money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
Mayweather may have an undefeated record, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's a fan favorite. Many viewers have admitted they watch his fights hoping to see him finally lose. His defensive style is often criticized as lacking excitement, and when paired with his confident, sometimes arrogant persona, it's clear why some people root against him rather than celebrate his victories.
One of the best middleweights of all time is fighting this weekend. I didn't say greatest, I said best. I am really high on Unpaid. He beats Canelo, he knocks out Crawford with ease. This guy's a monster, absolute freak. If you guys haven't watched his highlights, if you guys haven't watched the full fight, go watch him. He's fighting this weekend. Make sure you guys tune in. His last fight was absolutely domination. This should be illegal. Well, a lot of people ask me like, Jerry, why are you so high on Unpaid? What does Unpaid do, or whatever the case may be? The guy is huge for 160. He's huge for 168. He debuted at 175. He's a light heavyweight. He's cutting down to 160 because Canelo won't give him the fight at 68. And 75, he's still a bit undersized. But he's a southpaw, quick hands, quick feet, explosive one-punch knockout power, insane timing, insane punch selection, amazing boxer on the inside. Probably a top 3 boxer when it comes to fighting on the inside the pocket. Probably has the best uppercut in all of boxing. Unpaid is a monster. I hope you guys tune in this weekend to see what I've been seeing.
Not too long ago, Floyd faced restrictions for promoting controversial financial ventures, including questionable crypto projects and similar schemes. After that period ended, he reportedly returned to similar promotions, this time collaborating with Kim Kardashian on another NFT campaign. Critics argue that instead of changing course, he appears to be repeating the same patterns in pursuit of profit.
When Floyd Mayweather was banned for 3 years from promoting securities after scamming his fans with an ICO called Syntratech. He was promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing, under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam. And now that it's 2022, his 3-year securities ban is over and he's back to scamming again. He's currently being sued once again for his promotion of Ethereum Max alongside Kim Kardashian, and also has gotten really into NFTs.
And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. But what I need you to do right now, go get Mayweatherverse. That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months. If I win, you win.
Now, it's pretty obvious from these comments that Floyd has learned nothing after not reading the SEC settlement. So maybe that's why he tells us we can't lose by betting on him. So let's put that to the test with his last 3 NFT projects.
I'm dropping my NFT tonight. FloydNFT.com, August 10th. Go get it right now. Matter of fact, don't even wait till August 10th. Get it now. My NFT. Own a piece of my legacy. Floyd Money Mayweather.
I'm not just in 30% or 40%, full 100%. I'm behind you. I'm all the way in.
Now, Floyd's World was indeed a huge success for Floyd Mayweather, who raked in $4.9 million. But what happened to his fans? Well, they're furious because the price of this NFT has collapsed over 90%, and they angrily responded in the comment section, "You already have an NFT project. It's called @RealFloydNFT. You released it last year and then stopped working on it immediately after. Have you been punched in the head so much you're forgetting these things now?"
From tax-related controversies to reports of being held in Dubai over unpaid jewelry, Floyd's financial history has been surrounded by repeated issues. These situations don't appear to be isolated, but rather part of an ongoing pattern. The impact goes beyond money alone. It affects trust, reputation, and the way he is perceived publicly. Over time, these challenges can shape how his image is viewed and how much credibility he retains.
Well, it turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now, multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Floyd has earned enormous amounts over the years, but he has also faced claims of accepting payments for events, merchandise, and appearances that reportedly never took place. Some fans say they paid for meet and greets or exclusive experiences, but didn't receive what was promised. A viral TikTok breakdown even suggested that much of his brand relies heavily on hype rather than tangible results. He has also publicly stated that he earned around $100 million from his fight with Conor McGregor, presenting it as a major financial achievement. However, Some insiders and analysts have questioned whether those figures are entirely accurate.
What's the biggest fight you've ever had?
Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, which ironically is a boxing event, but it's the biggest combat sports fight ever.
What did that gross?
It did 4.4 or 4.5 million buys at $100 a buy.
Yeah. So that worked out okay.
It did.
Chael Sonnen, known for his outspoken takes, offers sharp critique of Floyd's situation. He suggested that earning money has never been Floyd's issue. It's how he spends it that creates problems. According to this view, Floyd no longer steps into the ring driven by passion or pride, but rather by the financial rewards that come with it. The luxury lifestyle, cars, jets, and high-end living requires constant income to maintain. In that sense, the focus has shifted from chasing titles to covering the cost of that lifestyle.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion, Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so Mike Tyson, he did real well too with Vander Holyfield. Again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money. If you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be broke.
Floyd Mayweather frequently ties his idea of success to financial wealth, using social media as a platform to display it. His posts often highlight stacks of cash, luxury vehicles, and other high-end possessions as symbols of his achievements. While he presents these as proof of success, critics, including Shannon Sharp, have voiced concerns. They suggest that constantly showcasing money could point to questionable financial habits and a strong focus on image rather than long-term stability. From this perspective, the emphasis on material displays may come at the expense of building lasting wealth, potentially leading to financial challenges over time.
Money Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. Yeah. I need everybody. I mean everybody. Had Girl Collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, but whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl Collection. Yeah.
Whether people admire him or not, Mayweather has earned a reputation not only for his undefeated record, but also for his outspoken and often arrogant persona. He has openly stated that financial success matters more to him than legacy. While that mindset may have contributed to his wealth, it has also drawn strong criticism. For some observers, this contrast makes any setbacks in his career or public image feel more impactful.
Floyd Mayweather was trying to give y'all the fights, and everybody starts saying that this guy was too old, this guy was too that. Floyd Mayweather starts saying F all of y'all. F the belts, F you, F everything. I'm taking y'all to the bank. I'm robbing y'all. Belts does nothing but collect dust. Money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated. I train all day long, and I'm doing this to try to be one of the greats. Forget that. I'm going to do it for me. He became one of the most selfish fighters you'll ever hear. That's why I never blamed Floyd. When y'all hear me say the Floyd Mayweather effect, a lot of Floyd Mayweather fans, you ain't on Mayweather already. No, I'm talking about the effect. Floyd Mayweather is an all-time great fighter, but people grab the wrong things because most people aren't about hard work and dedication anyway. That's why to be great is rare. Most people try to find that shortcut, and they only saw Floyd's shortcut. They never saw a scenic route.
When Floyd came out of retirement to face Logan Paul, the motivation seemed less about sport and more about money. With debts and the cost of his extravagant lifestyle piling up, this high-profile YouTube bout turned into a major payday. However, the matchup quickly sparked controversy. Logan Paul later claimed Floyd hadn't paid the $3 million he was owed, turned the fight into a dispute over finances rather than boxing. Logan even joked online that Floyd might be broke, a humorous remark with a serious undertone. The situation raises questions about Floyd's finances. True billionaires don't usually feel the need to constantly prove their wealth to the world.
Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the Walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? Then that didn't happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't really care. I just want my money.
I remember the week before I fought Floyd, I was in my hotel room by myself with my mind about to implode.
You're about to fight arguably the greatest boxer of all time.
As an 0-1 YouTuber.
It's great that you got the job done of getting the paperwork. I got Floyd Mayweather to agree to fight me. But you gave him a respectable performance to where people walked away and it's not a gimmick anymore.
I owe Floyd a thanks. Floyd Mayweather, looking forward to receiving the rest of the money you owe me, but thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Tensions grew when Logan Paul announced he might take legal action over the unpaid millions, stating clearly that he was ready to take the matter to court. If Logan prevails, it wouldn't just mean a financial setback for Floyd. It would further damage his public image. These incidents aren't simply poor business choices. They suggest a pattern of behavior that points to a man struggling to maintain control over both his finances and reputation.
Or is that something that you can't disclose right now?
He has not paid me in full. That is a fact.
No
Short
way.
a few mil, yeah.
Wow. Still a few mil.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Have you been in contact with him?
Nah, we're taking this for the court.
No, are you being serious? Is this like a
Do I look serious, lady?
You do. I'm just making sure. I apologize.
Really?
I'm just...
Nah, I'm with you. I'm not with you. Yeah, we're taking it to court.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So,
see you in the courtroom. Congrats, you're going to prison, Floyd.
This isn't Floyd's first brush with the law. He's served time in the past and frequently talks about how fame impacted his freedom. Ironically, many of his recent decisions, especially financial ones, seem to be putting him back on a path toward legal problems. No amount of wealth can protect you if it ends up leading to serious consequences.
I had 3 children with a young lady. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. We wasn't seeing eye to eye. She was a little upset, had a little alcohol in her system. She was a little edgy, and I told her, basically I needed the keys to my truck. She was upset. She didn't want me to take the keys to the truck. So things got out of hand and blown out of, they blow things up bigger than what things are really made out to be. So things happen.
But nevertheless, you had to do 2 months, right?
Yeah, I did 2 months for a misdemeanor, yes.
So what is it like to have everything and then not have freedom?
That's what I come to find out. Freedom is very important. Freedom is very, very important. And I'm just, I'm happy to be free. I'm happy to be back.
Even 50 Cent, a former close friend, revealed that Floyd never repaid him for business projects he had supported. Floyd reportedly claimed he never asked 50 Cent to invest, highlighting not just a lack of gratitude, but a pattern of taking advantage of people when convenient and discarding them afterward. Once celebrated as one of the greatest and having built a massive empire with his boxing career, Floyd now faces the consequences of ego-driven decisions and reckless spending. From legal disputes and failed investments to unpaid fighters and questionable endorsements, his financial empire appears to be unraveling. And this time, a comeback may not be possible.
Anybody who knows Floyd knows he doesn't want to be alone. So in that situation, like I was concerned about him because like I went to visit him more than anyone else that he would qualify and would actually visit him. And it's because I knew that he put like this. He'll buy stuff for you to keep you around. His temperament, there's no balance. Like he can do anything and they still stay there because it's like they're
Yes, man.
right. Yeah.
That wraps up today's video. Make sure to stay tuned for the next one.